I should leave him to rest. I might need him later. Lucia must have lit the fire. There are a few feathers and several burnt beaks among the warm glow of the embers. Kotar's key. Maybe it opens his lodge room. Kotar's key. Maybe it opens his lodge room. It's locked. It's not going to work.
I've talked to Father Henry about Yakov. Is it true he was sent by the Vatican?
Strange, but true.
Why do you think it's strange?
Town has dispute with Vatican. They never visit, we never talk to them. Then after so long they just send a priest?
It's nothing uncommon, believe me. What about Henry? He told me he never liked Yakov. What happened between them?
Yakov hated him. He told me Henry is insane, no methods in thinking. He wants everything and he wants it now.
Can you tell me the details?
I don't know details. Yakov kept a lot of his troubles from me. He is a secretive man, full of mysteries. Maybe that is one reason why I love him so much.
Excuse me.
Who keeps a dead tree? Ivan Kotar. His eyes are in every nook and cranny of this town. So many case files. It's sad when your life, your whole existence since the day you were born is reduced to a sheet of paper. Beate qui ambulant in lege Domini. Amen to that. Officer.
Officer Mars. Stranger, do me a favor. Take a look at those 2 opened case files on the desk.
Why?
Just do it.
Yonkadia. Disappeared on March 2nd, 1982.
Person last seen on a full moon night. Multiple witnesses saw him talking to a strange, tall man earlier that day. Clothes and personal belongings found in a trash bin near the railway station. Clothes were full of crow feathers and blood-stained. Analysis showed blood was of unknown animal origin. Haven Elizabeth McGuire. Date of disappearance is unknown. Talked to a few officers on a few occasions, asking for directions. Was particularly interested in the mountain. Rented 2 rooms for 2 nights in the Lodge Goldin. Reasons unknown. According to the receptionist, she didn't eat nor sleep. Receptionist heard her talking to someone in the room the first night, but saw no one with her before or after. Adi Bojanic. Such a beautiful dog. I looked at the case files. What was the point?
Remember those people. They were strangers just like you. They wander around the town, just like you. You don't get to walk safely in this valley. Sveti Kotar is a dangerous place.
I know that.
They knew too, and the ones that went missing before and after them. Everyone knows, but nobody cares.
I understand. Thank you for being so thoughtful, officer.
Just doing my job. Now tell me, what made you appear in front of my desk tonight?
I'm looking for Detective Mostov.
He's downstairs with the mayor. Wait a minute. Who are you, anyway?
This man doesn't seem to know about me and the interrogation. I'd better lie.
Well?
I was sent to bless the mayor's corpse before the funeral.
Who sent you?
Father Henry.
Why? Is he alright? He always comes.
Well, no. He didn't feel well tonight, and it was an important matter that couldn't wait. So, here I am.
I agree, but you are a stranger. You don't live in Sveti Kotar.
I'm a visiting priest of the Church of Ivan Kotar.
I see. All right, Father. You may go see the mayor downstairs. It's the passage behind me.
When did the disappearances start?
Centuries ago.
And no one did anything to stop it by now?
Hey, we are doing the best we can, even though it helps nothing. If the efforts of the Inquisition were futile, then there's not much we can really do here. Just pray, I guess.
What did the Inquisition do?
They built this building, the Grimalda Castle, and the Church of Mary in the forest. Helped to materialize God, you know. They banned the Saboran name and religion, and they hunted them. Thanks to their efforts, many followers of the vile tribe were captured and executed. But the evil is still here. It's floating in the air, it's crawling under the ground, and it's poisoning the minds.
Why not just abandon this valley then? It's irreversibly cursed.
Faith. We the Kotarians are stubborn people. We may have little possessions, but we never lack faith. And one day, a savior will come, and we will be free of the malice. It's faith that keeps us living and hoping.
There's a strange-looking mailbox outside.
Mailbox?
Yes, on the facade of the building.
Ah, that is not the mailbox. It's for the denunciations.
You let people denounce misdeeds by slipping pieces of paper into a box?
Yes, as per the decree, proof of faith.
Has this something to do with the edicts of faith from the past?
I think so. The decree was enacted years ago by our beloved mayor, God bless his soul. And I know he was a great admirer of Inquisition's methods.
I'm starting to pity the mayor. What kind of denouncements are we talking about here?
Denouncements that prove your faith to God.
More specifically?
You suspect someone to be a Saboran? You denounce him. Your neighbor shows a lack of faith. You denounce him. An old friend knew about a Saboran family but said nothing? You denounce both him and them. You must act if you love God. Otherwise, you risk being taken away.
What happens to the denounced ones?
They are taken into the asylum for further inspection and, hopefully, successful exorcism. So take this matter seriously while in town. If you meet someone unfaithful, denounce them.
Who decides if your faith is strong enough? I mean, officer, it's easy to say who is a Saboran, right? But how do you know if a believer is having a lack of faith?
I know what you're thinking, but the men who decide make no mistakes. They have integrity. The warden and his staff are good people, exemplary believers. They have the town's full confidence.
This man knows nothing about the conspiracy, or doesn't want to know about it.
Do you see the paper forms and quill by the lamp? Combine them to file a denunciation, then take the form and put it into the box outside. It's that easy to show your love for God, while at the same time making this town a safer place.
Whatever becomes of them at the asylum, I could denounce those I believe should be punished. After all, it is my duty as a man of God, and it's anonymous. Excuse me.
Remember, do not waste forms. Use them wisely and with utmost respect. They have the power to change someone's life forever. And don't forget to put them into the box outside. Otherwise, they are nothing but a worthless piece of paper.
I have to think. Maybe I'll come back later.
Chief Noren?
He won't answer you.
Your cousin Davor Gorski has sent me.
Leave.
Told you so.
I have a gift for you.
You want me to arrest you this time?
It's a cleaver. Davor said that you...
You may go in now. That was the sign.
Put that thing on my chair. The chair in front of the fireplace.
What thing?
The damn cleaver! If you need to talk to me, I'm here. You may go now.
I should be careful what I say. You won't take me in?
Why would we? You're more valuable to us on the outside.
Mostov lied. Letting us go was all planned.
You seem shocked. Trust me, you wouldn't be wandering around the town if I didn't allow it.
You think that we are going to lead you to Victorian and Nermin?
Yes, or they're going to come after you.
But you are wrong.
I'm never wrong, and I never fail.
Excuse me.
God bless you, Benedict.
Finally, Father. We were waiting on your arrival. God forgive me, but I've started with the prayers in your absence. I hope I didn't cause any harm to this man's poor soul.
You think God will forgive you for what you did to us?
Benedict? I thought I heard Henry upstairs.
It's what you thought you heard because we are already dead in your mind.
That is absolutely not true.
Then why do you look so confused and uncomfortable to see me?
It's not. I'm horrified by what was done to our mayor. Take a look at him if you wish, or we can continue talking. I must warn you though, what's hiding underneath that sheet could haunt you forever.
And I must warn you too. Henry knows I'm here, so do not try anything foolish. It must be the yellow mask the mayor was wearing when they found him in the forest.
Yellow masks are nothing but disembodied skin faces of past Saboran's victims, colored with sulfur and then smeared with some strange kind of wax to prevent decay.
The skull was opened to take a piece of the brain out. The eyes were gouged out and the skin ripped off of his face. Dreadful. Belittling.
The worshipper took his face to create a new yellow mask, while the eyes and part of the brain were eaten as a part of the ritual.
Slit open and disemboweled.
This is what bewilders us. The heart was taken out and eaten as usual, but they never disemboweled the trunk. Strange.
Answer me. Do you worship the evil and the unknown just like the man you follow?
The man I follow?
Hatur is a Saboran.
What?
Nikolai believed you. I didn't. But still, we both fell into Hatur's trap and were almost murdered.
God, no. Are you sure? How can you be so sure? You must be lying.
Do you think I am capable of lies? A man of God never lies.
You are right. I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry. I swear to God, I didn't know who he really is. I was just following orders. But I'll do whatever it takes to be forgiven. Whatever it takes, whatever God demands.
Then start showing some good faith by answering my questions. What happened last night?
What do you mean?
You were with Hatur and he was looking for Victoria. Why?
I don't know. I can't remember. Where's Hatur now?
Don't lie to me. You know the reason.
I wasn't told anything.
You're afraid of him. Hatur is no longer with us.
You killed him?
God has his ways of dealing with evil.
All right. I was just told we should find Victoria before she carries out whatever plans she had with Nermin.
Plan she had? How do you know she had a plan?
We know she met with Nermin and the cult the first time she came here.
What are you talking about? This is our first time in this place.
You didn't know? That explains a lot. She visited town a few months ago. No doubt about it, multiple witnesses saw her.
Who are the witnesses?
I know only of Lucia, the owner of the house where we found you earlier.
This means... Did Victoria stay in the same house back then?
She did. Introduce herself as Petra.
Why do you think she met with Nermin and the cult back then?
You don't have to be smart to connect the pieces. She arrived just after Nermin's escape from the asylum.
The case you've been working on.
How do you know?
I had a chat with the old man at the lake.
Arsen. Good man. I regret taking his help, for it made me lose half of my brain.
Right. So is it possible Victoria helped Nermin escape? Or did she arrive here when she found out about it?
It's all connected. It must be. We're still trying to find out how. I said it before, and I'll repeat it now. It's crazy to think that your sister did all this. But if evidence leads us there, I'm sorry.
The asylum is under the control of the Saborans, isn't it?
I don't know.
So why would they imprison Nermin? It doesn't make any sense. He's one of them.
That's just a rumor Henry is trying to spread to the townspeople. No one, except for the warden and the staff, knows what's going on in the asylum. No one. Not even our chief.
The more I learn about the truth, the less I can understand what happened. Did you identify the man with the yellow mask?
The castle incident?
Yes, the identity of the man that was pushed by Victoria.
We found all his, or should I say most of his, body parts. Wasn't easy. He splashed and ricocheted all over the chasm. Needless to say, due to severe disfiguration, we still haven't found out who he was. Getting his identity will be tough, if not impossible.
You didn't find his hands?
We did.
Didn't you run the database against his fingerprints then?
Do you know where you are? It's like we're stuck in medieval times. We don't have a database of any sort.
For God's sake. He was wearing a yellow mask. You found his head. Don't you have his teeth?
Only what's left of them, and they can't help in any way. I know what you're asking. I'm aware of identification through dental records. But we have no dentists in town.
Even the teeth are rotting here. How can I get to the castle?
It's very easy. Going out of the station, you turn right, and then just follow the river uphill. But forget about it. Grimalda is off limits every day of the year except on October 28th, which was yesterday.
Maybe there could be some clues to who that man was. Something, anything.
That's our job, not yours. And I would never let you go there, Father. It's sealed and locked for a reason.
A sealed door won't stop me if the truth moves me in that direction. You lost part of your brain by helping Arson. Could you tell me what happened?
I uncovered something which I wasn't supposed to. Someone learned about my discovery and tried to kill me. I still can't remember what I found and who attacked me. Heck, sometimes I can't even remember what I did yesterday. But God help me, I'll find the truth. Yes, I will.
Excuse me.
Father, could you do me a favor?
It depends on the request.
Please go upstairs and ask Officer Maz to give you the case file I handed to him earlier. I want to make things right.
You want to make things right? What do you mean?
Just trust me. Go get it. I don't want to leave the mayor now. I have to pray for his poor soul.
I'll do it.
Thank you, Father.
Type A, Type 0. These bottles are all full of blood. I'm no expert, but I never knew blood to be taken out of corpses. Why would they do that? Type A, I'm no... Excuse me. No, it's probably the room where they keep the corpses. Detective Mostov sent me to get a case file for him.
He said nothing to me.
The one I handed you before. Give him just a note from inside.
No problem, Father.
Mindig Valami. It's the newspaper where Victoria works. This is her handwriting. The page was removed from her scratch pad. This must be the Eye of Providence, a symbol that represents the eye of God watching over humanity. I wonder what that X mark means, if it means anything at all. Mindig Valami, the Catholic-oriented newspaper where my sister is employed. Et occidit et bibi sanguinem et viscera devorarit. In inferno nulla est redemptio non miserere eum Deus. It's Latin, and it translates something like, he killed, drank blood, and devoured entrails. There is no redemption in hell. God, have no mercy on him. He's gone. I had to go, Father. I apologize. What Maz gave you is the last page of Victoria's notebook. We found it in the belfry at the crime scene. Other notes are irrelevant, dated months ago. No one will notice a page missing. This is the only evidence I can give you. Hope it helps for you to find her, and for me to be forgiven of my sins. P.S. If you need me later, come visit me. Once you get out of the station, turn right, and then just follow the narrow street until you reach the last house on the hill. P.P.S. Burn this note. This is his way of making things right? I'll take the note as evidence, and it could help me to find his house later. No. It's probably the room where they keep the corpses. Excuse me. The Bible. I see books of all kinds, but the religious type dominates the shelves. Cerkva, Redemptio, Ispoviedi, Rimska Katecheza, to name just a few I see on first glance. I know nothing about flowers, but this one has a unique shade of blue. It's pretty, if not a bit strange to see in a man's office. It's an old, shabby chair. The cleaver is placed on it as a trophy of some kind. The cleaver I brought you.
Stop!
I just want to know the story behind it.
I won't tell you, and neither will Davor.
It seems a bit strange that a thing like that gave me access to your office.
I have your fingerprints on it now.
So? I did nothing. I just brought it to you.
Oh, but you did more than that. You got involved in something your feeble mind cannot possibly comprehend.
And what would that be?
Keep asking, and you'll realize soon. Better just stop.
Are you a devoted Catholic?
You saw the Bible on my desk, or maybe the books on the shelves, and so now you think I am.
Are you?
God is my shepherd, and I am the shepherd of this town.
Then you should know. You should understand that I couldn't have been involved in my sister's deeds. I'm a monk.
I'm never wrong. You being a man of cloth doesn't change anything. I don't know you. Only God does. Your awaiting fate will prove to me what you really are.
About the man in the yellow mask.
The one your sister pushed to his death?
About him, yes. Have you found his identity yet?
No. And even if we did, I would never tell you. Stop asking.
How good of a detective is Mostov?
The best.
Really? He doesn't seem to be focused all the time. Not sure if he's all that reliable either.
He's obedient and disciplined. That's all I need from my men.
Excuse me.
God bless you, Benedict.
It leads to the interrogation rooms. I have no intention of going down there. Hello, young lady. What are you doing here all alone? Am I going crazy? She looks exactly like my sister when we were young. What's your name? Hey, wait! Where are you going? I should try to find that girl. Take a better look at her from up close. It's locked. Who are you? I have nothing to do in there. I'm sinless.
You were quick with this one. Can you look after the children while I'm downstairs?
Sister?
Who are you?
I'm looking for Henry. We talked.
You must be Benedict.
I am. Forgive me. I didn't mean to startle you.
Father Henry's not here. You'll have to come some other time.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Be quick, I have a lot of work to attend to.
Where's the girl that was here a moment ago?
What girl?
She ran in here from the courtyard.
Henry has told me about your sister. I really can't imagine what you're going through.
She opened the door to let me in.
Get yourself together. Spare me the lunatic blabbering. This orphanage has no females of any kind except me.
I saw her, and I heard her. Has this grim reality started to tell upon my own mind? So, this is an all-boys orphanage.
We had girls in the past, but not anymore. They are all gone.
Where did they go?
Disappeared. Taken away by those yellow monsters.
The moon ghouls.
Filthy spawns. They want us all, but young and healthy females are their most precious prey. Our poor youth. First they use them to give birth to new souls, then they eat them both.
God has abandoned this place. Maybe the inhabitants should as well.
Never. Kotar succeeded, and we can do it too. God didn't abandon this place. It is the men that have abandoned him. We must find and give pure faith, only then we will have peace.
Only Henry and yourself in this beautiful church?
Didn't you hear me? I have a lot of work. Yes, we are the only ones to take care of everything here.
There's a dozen of us at the monastery I come from, and we still struggle. I don't know how you do it.
I'm a servant of God. I'll have my rest when my time comes. But it wasn't like that always. Quite a few people used to help us in the past.
I guess the usual happened to them. They went missing?
Most, but not all. The person that disappoints me the most is the one that is still here, but has renounced God.
A lost cause.
I can't accept that. Rudolf was once a respected man, an exemplary Catholic. He actively helped the community. Played the organ, assisted during masses, managed events for us. And if that wasn't enough, he was a catechist in the school. I don't know what happened to him, and Henry doesn't allow me to find him. They hate each other now.
Tell me, sister. Where does he live?
I don't know anymore. His house was burned to the ground by someone within the community.
What is the man's full name?
Moisek. Rudolf Moisek. But everybody knows him by the nickname Moise.
Henry has every right to hate the man. One day he is here helping you, the next he leaves God and everything behind.
It's not just that. Henry told me he became a preacher of some sort, and that he now spreads words of hate against God. I believe he can still change.
Isn't it a bit dangerous to let the children play outside at night?
Now you want to tell me how to take care of them?
Not at all. It's just that...
They become wild animals when I don't let them play outside. They must have playtime. But they are not allowed to go anywhere else. These walls are their home and their world at the moment.
They're not allowed to go into town during the day?
Again with the lecturing? No, they are not allowed to get out, ever. Children are always precious, but these are the only youth left in Sveti Kotar. They are too precious to us. The only possible future we have.
Terrifying. What can you tell me about this drawing and text?
seen the eye? Move that away from me! Away!
Calm down. I found this note. It's not mine.
Don't you ever show that here again. You lure evil spirits into the only safe place we have.
Forgive me, sister.
Mother, are you all right? I heard you screaming. Oh, Anton, my little boy. Where have you been? I thought I saw you hiding from the others behind the big tree. I got away. I'm better than the rest. Are you going to be all right? I'm all right. I'm all right. I just got scared by something I thought I saw.
Well, hello, Anton.
You know each other? How could we? I'm seeing this man for the first time.
I forgot. He could get in trouble if I say I saw him on the lake. What should I do now? We know each other, yes. I saw Anton on the pier of the lodge.
Anton, how could you? After all the things I've done to keep you safe. I'm sorry. I want to find my parents. You know how dangerous it is to be out there. Do you want to suffer like the others that are no longer with us? No. I just want my real mother and father. Enough with that story. Wait here. I'm going to get Father Henry. Please don't. Thank you, Brother Benedict, for telling me this. It's hard to hear them crying, but we are only trying to protect them. Anything else you wanted to ask me while I'm still here?
I have no more questions. Thank you for being so patient with me, sister.
I trust I won't find you here when I come back. Farewell. You are a mean and a wicked man!
I just told the truth. It was the right thing to do, and don't forget, it's for your own good.
I won't be able to find my parents. Father Henry will get me locked, or maybe even chained for eternity.
Oh, Anton, don't be so melodramatic. Evelina and Henry just want the best for you. They won't hurt you.
I hope you get eaten by the moon ghouls. The truth is not always right.
But...
Anton, go into your room and stay there. Do not move until I say so.
Yes, Father.
Brother Benedict, glad to see you are all right. And thank you. You just saved a young fool from getting himself killed. God knows how many times he's sneaked out already. I know. You already told me you saw him at the lake. Evelina must not know I knew about this. Now, she mentioned you were looking for me. Tell me, but be very concise as I have a lot of important matters to deal with.
Please take a look at this drawing and text.
All right. The eye. And this is... et Otsidit et Bibi. Interesting. What about them?
Is that the Eye of Providence?
It could be.
Evelina thinks it's an evil eye.
And rightfully so. The Saborans use the eye symbol for their god, Kasak, the moon demon, very similar to this one. It has two lines that end with something like hooks, but it might as well be a mistake on the part of the person who made this drawing.
I know the meaning of these Latin words, but what can you tell me about them? Do they mean anything to you?
Sounds like a deserved damnation for someone who committed atrocious crimes.
So what does it mean?
I believe I've seen similar inscriptions on the graves in our cemetery.
Epitaphs?
Indeed, for those who deserve eternal punishment. There's a person who might help you with that. Gregor, our gravekeeper. He's at the cemetery day and night. You can't miss him. The cemetery behind this church, not the one in the forest, of course.
God bless you, Father. I'll talk to Gregor.
May I know where you got this note?
Detective Mostov gave it to me. It was taken out of Victoria's scratch pad.
As I suspected. Don't let this hinder your thoughts. You must find the truth.
I wouldn't be standing here if I didn't intend to, Father.
Good. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should really get going. Come visit me later if you wish to talk more in peace.
Just one more thing. The warden is dead.
Say again?
We did what had to be done. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking to you now.
Good God. You did good, brother. You did very good. God will be pleased, and your faith even stronger now. We should turn them all into ashes. Locate, torture, and exterminate. That's the only way we can find peace in this town. Come, I'll walk you out of here. I must attend important matters at once.
Why would she write this inscription in her scratch pad? Was Henry right in thinking it was an epitaph? I can see the school from here. I'm not going in. It's the district Arsen told me to stay away from. Goldine. He must be somehow connected with the lodge. It's the same family name. The inscription on the door says, "To the loving memory of Ivan, Maria, and Nives." It was recently dug. The earth is still fresh and the hole full of maggots. Thomas Luny and Rezika Sluny. May your souls find home, peace, and fish. It was recently dug. Thomas, born in 1467, died in 1533. No name, just an inscription. The hammer of God, the glitter of divinity in the dark, guard of our faith, our hero. Signed as the past, the present, and... Two names, Aloysia Tominic and Angelina Tominic. Melita Lavnyak, beloved mother, wife, and friend. Rest in peace, Mel. There's no body here, but having a grave was the right choice. Her life should be remembered. Ida planted it to remember her mother and guilt. The leaves are blood red like her mother's eyes on that fateful day. A pair of legs found on the outskirts of Sveti Kotar. Owner unknown. This must be a joke. Here lay the bodies of my mother Agnesa and my father Oton, and the body of Yaga, a sister I never had. No names on the door, just a carved drawing of a star or a flower. I'd say it's a strange flower in the form of a star. Noren? The family tomb of the chief of police? The nun we never deserved, Evelina Tuk. That's weird. Two names, Aloysia. Merzel.
Everything fine in there?
Who goes? You came here to steal from me? Leave, stranger.
You must be Gregor.
How would you know? Go away.
You look like a gravekeeper to me.
You must leave. I don't want strangers in my place, don't want anybody here.
And what would I steal? I just came to ask about something. Henry directed me here.
Henry? That madman? What do you want?
Please, take a look at this.
In inferno nulla est redemptio. You got that right. Move that away from my face. Why do you have that nonsense on your note?
Have you seen it before?
Yes, I did, and I know where.
Is it an epitaph on one of the graves here?
No. And I won't tell you anything if you don't help me first.
How could I possibly help you?
I don't care how you do it, but if you want my help, you will deliver. This mausoleum belongs to the Merzel family.
I can see the name above our heads.
Shut up and listen. I was saying, this is the Merzel family mausoleum, and I'm one body short. It was stolen tonight.
And you want me to do what?
Get the body back in time for the funeral.
You're insane. I'm not
Oh, yes, you will. You will because I am the only person in this town who can help you with that Latin nonsense. Go ahead. Ask around if you don't believe me.
I don't understand. Why can't you go and find the body on your own?
I eat here, I sleep here, and I do everything here. This is my home, and I never leave it.
You can't call someone else to do it for you?
No one must know about this. No one. You understand? Otherwise the deal is off.
You're scared.
Shut up. Look in the mirror. I'm the one to be scared.
How did this happen? I mean, it's not a pen that was stolen.
I was cleaning up the place, making sure everything will be ready for the new arrival.
Ranko Merzel.
Yes, Rank. Will you shut up and listen? Ranko's body is coming tomorrow morning, and so I had to make his new house more cozy. I did everything nicely, as usual, and then went to take a short nap. A nap without sleeping, you know. Problem 1 is that I fell asleep. Problem 2, which is a bigger problem, is that I accidentally left the door unlocked.
Whose body was stolen?
Fran Merzel's. They left the coffin of his wife Yaga untouched, but that's not a coincidence.
How so?
People talk too much. Stories go around say that Fran was loaded with gold when entombed.
And so the perpetrator decided to steal his body, not just the gold.
You didn't let me finish. He was the gold. Rumors say his body was full of gold implants, plates, and whatnot.
Looks like I have no choice.
It's fate. You never have choice. You walked in here, and now you have to do it.
Do you have any clue as to who the thieves were?
The cripples. Those bastards sneaked in here and grabbed it like animals. I've never seen someone move so quickly.
Why didn't you stop them?
It was too late. They were already outside the walls. I said it already. I never leave my home.
He's saying so many contradictions. Some cripples, you say. Can you be more specific about who these people are?
Those maggots always sniff around the cemetery in search for anything valuable. Now you usually interrupt me.
I've learned not to.
Good. They call themselves the children of Moise. Or is it Moise that calls them that way? Doesn't matter.
It's the man that Evelina told me about.
They won't hurt you, and they won't talk.
How do you know?
They can't.
How so?
You'll see.
Where can I find these children?
They usually roam about in the area around the ex-school district.
Kuga?
What did you think? That they would drag the body for hours? It's Kuga, yes, just around the corner.
What happens once I find the body?
You drag it back here. Don't ask me how, because I don't care.
What am I doing? This is insane. Give me something, anything that could help me. I have a back problem. I can't drag something that heavy just like that.
Here, take this.
A rope and a sack?
Shut up! You're tormenting the dead with your annoying priest voice. Go now and come back quickly.
It's the box for the denunciations, as per the proof of faith decree. This should be the street that leads to Mostov's house. The glass is dirty and darkened, making it impossible to see through. Mostov! It's me, Benedek. Hello? Mostov? Your door was unlocked.
Well, who do we have here?
What are you doing here? Hiding behind the door in Mostov's house?
Sometimes they just come to you. No hunting, no drama. Perfect.
What?
You'll make a perfect gift for Kasak. You will.
Wait, no!